I would explain a GA or TA as somebody who has taken the class within a recent period of time, I would say, and has an understanding of what the material is and where you're coming from as a student. So they're able to apply the knowledge that they have and what they've gained from taking that class and sort of pass it along to you and give you proper direction.
They're really valuable people to go to because you can learn so much from them. They have tips for assignments or exams. They're like, yeah, I took this class and these were some of the things that this professor emphasized.
If you want to prep for a midterm, they'll tell you what concepts to focus in on because they've been successful in the course, they know how it's run. And if you have any issues, say you got a midterm back that you didn't do as well as you thought you did on, and they can kind of walk you through that and say, okay, this is an area of improvement, this is an area that maybe we can add a grade here or there, and they can just be a huge help because they're really there for you. They're students that are trying to provide as much academic support as they can to younger first, second year students, and I've always had a positive experience with them.
The best part about it is that they're students too, and it's sometimes easier to approach a student rather than approach a professor.
I was a TA for a one-on-one course, and I graded 2 papers, and I did a participation grade for my students. If these students had questions about their papers or the way their participation grade was handled, they should come to me rather than the professor.
What I would suggest you want to deal with the professor for is if there's some extenuating circumstances in your life, first of all. And there are university policies that allow for accommodations on medical grounds, compassionate grounds. Those kinds of situations, so for example, an extenuating circumstance in a student's life, they might need an extension on an assignment, they might not even be able to write an exam. That should be addressed directly to the professor. The advantage of the GAs and TAs is they've been there and they've been there recently. Often in my courses, a GA or TA will have taken that course with me, say 2 years earlier, so they can give very practical advice from the perspective of someone who has taken that course. Very practical and knowing what works, what didn't.
Next to the professors, they are your closest friend to succeed in the course.